Hey, so family, can you imagine? It's story time. I got to say that. It is story time. But can you imagine grieving and healing simultaneously? Right? Simultaneously at the same time, concurrent. That has to be challenging. And I say that because I was just reflecting on some things and I realized we're always healing. We're always in the, for our chosen ones, chosen, those that are been chosen, and those that are choosing to do the work. Um, we are always doing healing work. We're always healing ourselves. So the healing part is never done. You're always doing it consciously or unconsciously, right? However, grief is not always ongoing. Grief occurs, right? So when I think about my healing journey, when I first like started my spiritual awakening, my healing journey, when I started becoming aware of what was happening, I was going through grief at the same time. And sometimes they say like when you have that awakening, it's because you've had something, a traumatic experience in your life, right? So I had went through it a few dark nights of the soul, but for me now in this space, I'm able to identify, I'm able to recognize it, and I'm able to reflect back and say, oh, that is why I responded this way, or this is why I reacted this way, from a lower vibration of myself. And so you just have to find balance. And what I learned is when you're, what it looks like, what I would say, what it looks like to be grieving and healing is like you trust, you're battling. It's almost like a spiritual and earthly battle because you're battling with self, you're battling with spirit, and you're projecting on earth. And your projections are more than likely out of a place of anger, out of a place of ego, an angry ego, you know. And so that is what I realized, and that is what I seen for me. Like when I was, as I was healing, I was grieving, and I started back going back into a lot of my old negative low vibration waves. I started going back into the things that I knew that I had worked on so hard not to do to do. Um, Started back just kind of tapping back into that negative energy or that I wouldn't even say negative energy. It was more so like low vibration energy. And it took my surroundings, my support system, those around me to recognize it and identify it and bring it to my awareness, to bring it to my attention so that I could become aware of it. So grieving does look like, or grieving and healing looks like anger, and you have these moments where you trust God, you trust the universe, you trust everything is supposed to work the way it's supposed to work, but then the flesh is angry, unhealed. So just I say give grace to those people that you know are battling, especially during their grieving and healing times. Give them love, give them grace, give them words of encouragement. Show up for them. Just check in on them. Things like that because those little actions matter, whether you know it or not. No matter if it's just a simple text thinking of you or sending a card, an e-card or something. Just show up. That's all. They just need your love and support. Have a good day.